I've just came out of a mission after scanning one of these. I think I'm just around halfway through this. And it's actually sent me the emblem for the Kuria, which I didn't know was a thing. I thought this was just like a noggle thing you could get, but apparently it's an emblem as well. And I'm literally at that point, kind of like halfway through it. I think I've just finished, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I haven't done 7 because I haven't got that room to spawn, but I do have 1 there. Yeah, that's literally halfway through because the rest of them are all empty. And the emblem, just for the record, is the thing that goes on your arm, which I'm actually going to leave equipped for the rest of this, trying to find these. Now, these things have been in the game for an insanely long time. And what the Kurias are, because I know there's one here, I just have to figure out it's there, are these little kitty statues that look like this. Well, it's kind of obvious because that's what the emblem is. And all you have to do is scan them. It makes no difference which scanner you use. You can use the normal scanner if you want. You can only scan them once. Ones that you have scanned, you cannot scan again. They don't really do that much. They don't give mastery or anything else. And honestly, I did plan on doing a guide for these things a long time ago, but there's so many of them. I think there's 14 by 4, because there's 4 per entry and there's 14 entries. It's an insane number of them. And actually, while I'm here, there's also one right there, which is at the exit, and it's a mastery rank 3, the person in here. I just joined a random game. There's another one right there. That's 3, fairly close together. And actually, this was the first one I actually got, and I held on to that footage for a long time, and then recently deleted it. It's only because the Cephalon fragments have been added, I've decided to go back and actually scan these things. Better than the Cephalon fragments though, when you mark them, they actually come up as Kurias. So you can mark them for other people that can see them. And I've done that every time I've played a mission with people who actually have the stuff, because as I say, this is a mastery rank 3, so it doesn't have a scanner. There it is. Of course, the better question is, after finally completing it, is it actually worth going through, and I'll scroll through these, but I'm not reading through the poem because I would probably mess it up and pronounce things wrong. But is it worth getting hold of these, remembering there is 14 different sections to the poem? Each one has an individual one, and they are numbered. You can see this one's 6 out of 14, and each line is a scan of a different Kuria Oddity thing, which makes this incredibly hard to do. You can go and look up guides and pictures to where they are, but honestly, one of the best things to do is put a pair of headphones on, because these things do emit a noise in-game, making them slightly easier to find. But I will admit, after giving up on these things twice, I did kind of use one of those guide type things to where they were supposed to be, but a lot of them have changed, because I'm trying to remember if it was Mars or Phobos, or there's one of the planets. The missions don't exist anymore, so they were moved and they're on Earth, and I spent quite a while looking in the wrong place for them, but that's my fault. So these things do take a while to actually find all of them. There is a lot less of them though than there is of the Cephalon fragments, which is the only reason I went back to do it, because scanning all of these, because they pop up on the map to show you where they are, and it's a random location every time, it was fun going in and scanning all of these. So I thought I'll do the Oddity Kuria things, and kind of don't regret it, despite the fact I've basically just lost 4 days of my life doing this. Because by going into equipment and landing craft and place decorations, there it is. Oh, this thing is such a pain to get a hold of. And I was trying to figure out, where do I put this? And honestly, there's only one place I could really think of. And that would be right on there, right in the middle, pointing straight ahead. I did actually think I'll put it on the snowman up here, next to Barrow, but yeah, getting him to fit on there was a bit of a pain, so no. Because this is kind of covered in things, and placing it in just the right place is going to be a pain in my butt. Think I've got it. Okay, it's leaning forward ever so slightly. So it's just leaning forward because there's a kind of thing, but there it is. Finally managed to get my hands on one of them things. Now this has defeated me twice trying to get a hold of this one little noggle because it doesn't have a base on it. But it's kind of like, unlike the Cephalon thing, you actually get a trophy thing to say, yes, I went through, I spent my time finding these things, and for that little noggle thing alone there, yeah, these were actually worth it.